Hi everyone, we've got a nice bit of fresh water today. This is house pool. This is the last pool on the lower beat of Finavon Castle Water. Nice water for it today. You can see it stretches away down into the distance there. The tail could actually do with a bit more water on it than we've got today, but it's a nice fresh water. So we'll have a quick go through and see if there's anything happening. We've just been doing some chainsawing and trimming down here, so we'll have a wee cast through before we go back up. So we'll have a go through it with the fly first, and then we'll put a lure through it as well afterwards and see if there's anything doing. It has been a quiet day today. I've got anglers on the upper beat and they haven't seen anything all day despite the water being perfect. And that's just something that we see, particularly this, getting into this time of year, into middle of May. What you might term the spring run is possibly tailing off now, and quite often you'll end up with this situation where you get perfect water conditions. The spring run seems to have gone through, and you're kind of waiting on the next lot of fish coming in. So it's although it's perfect water, I'm not that surprised that it's quite quiet today. But we'll have a go through and see what we can find, if anything. So same rod as usual for kind of spring or autumn stuff. It's the 11'6", 910 switch rod, proper salmon rod, good powerful bit of kit. Floating line with an intermediate tip, 10-foot intermediate tip, and just a short leader. And we've got on there a gold-bodied willy gun, which, if you saw the video, the last fly time video put up, that's the fly that we tied. So we'll just start off up here and see if there's anything to be seen. Work our way down. Some line out. Now in house pool, very shallow up in the neck, but you can see the boulders across that side there. Just upstream of those boulders, probably just behind that willow that my finger's pointing at just now, that's where the depth kind of starts to drop away, and you've got a very deep channel down that side, right the way down. And as we get further down, the depth spreads out and cuts into this side a bit more, and it's a lovely tail as well. Lots of scoops and scallops in there for stuff to stop if it wants to. But we'll not get right the way through it today. The water's not quite big enough, but it's a good fresh water. Good water for the main guts of the pool. It's a lovely pool to fish. Really nice pool. This will be, I think, the first time I've fished house pool this year. It has been fished, not heavily, but it's been fished a few times this year. The last time I fished it would have been last October, I think, the last couple of weeks of the season. Water like this, and we got a big cockfish, about 20 in here that day on the fly. It's been a really good spring. We've had a good start to the season here. It's been nice that every time there's been a bit of water since the end of March, there's always been some fish coming through. We've had a good start. As I say, I wouldn't be too surprised today to find that it is quiet. The next, if we get another bit of water towards the end of this month, that could be quite interesting. Get some sea trout starting to appear as well. an eye on that rod joints there. I don't personally tape my rod joints, I just keep an eye on them. Nice to feel a wee bit of spring warmth in the air. It's been a bloody cold spring. Really cold. There seems to have been a kind of scathing east wind blowing for weeks and weeks. It's been kind of cold and dreich and damp. But it's a couple of days now that there's been a bit more ambient warmth. It's nice. Especially once you get into May. Important month for getting baby birdies up and away and things. As a pool, from a fly fishing perspective, as a pool to fish the fly, house pool's a dream. It's as nice as they come. Lovely, especially this bit of fresh water on it. Lovely broad kind of ripply flow. And as we come further down into the pool, there's a fair bit of depth on this side as well, so it's certainly a pool that pays to fish it well round, whether you're fishing the fly or fishing anything else. So we might get another shower. One thing about this spring, actually, although it's been cold, it's been a lot wetter than most springs, and normally we find that April's a real drought, but there's been a fairly good supply of water through March and April there, which has probably helped the start that we've had. Remains to be seen what the rest of the year is going to turn out like. I know they're kind of forecasting another big long summer drought. We'll just have to take what's given. Good lies all the way down this pool, right the way down the side of the boulders. There's one particular lie a little further down, which is always a good shout. The depth, and now at the point where the depth's starting to kind of swing round into our side a little more. Actually, at the point where you've got enough water for the tail, proper tail of House Pool to be in good fishing ply, you actually struggle to get down this section, kind of the middle section, because it does get a bitty deep on this side. Now the bank on the other side there, above the big rocks, that's actually a lawn, and that's the lawn of the house from which House Pool takes its name. It's actually called Marcus House. Also, that was a strange name for a house in Angus in Scotland, but apparently it takes its name from a medieval forester's lodge which used to stand somewhere in around the same position, and that was known as the Mark House. So presumably that's where Marcus comes from. This area was all part of a medieval deer forest. And there's plenty of history around here. It's just coming up to a really good lie. There's some of these stones on the far bank over the years have tumbled into the river, and there's a particular point just round about where the fly's landing over the next few casts where there's a wee group of them in there. It's always a bit. See, pick a fish up anywhere down here in these conditions. Chances are the fish are going to be on the move if they are coming through. Was not a good cast. Sandpiper coming up the burn there, starting to lay just shortly. Here's its friend coming. Often found sandpipers will build their nest in places that end up getting washed out when you do get a big flood. Nice burst of sunshine. Really is a lovely water today. It's got a nice colour to it, nice and fresh. It's like if you get a water like this, I always feel like it can be as sunny as it wants. It doesn't really matter, it's just pleasant to be out in. Big long stretch of fishing in House Pool, when you've got any kind of water in it. And even when the water gets low, it's always a bit where you can pick a fish up down the edge of the stones. It does seem very quiet today. And we've got sunshine and showers. I'll take this another few yards at this height with the fly, and then come back down it with something else, just to make sure we've combed it through. Nice little rise over there just behind where the fly landed. Yeah, there's a pool for fishing the fly in the classic kind of manner. there's not really a pool to beat House Pool. It's a beautiful cast. Such a lovely draw all the way around. In here, plenty of it too. But I think at this height, that will probably about do us for now. And we'll come back down with something else. It gets quite shallow at this height, even with a wee bit of fresh water. It gets quite shallow beyond this point, further down there. Need a wee bit more water for that to fish. So, no joy with our gold-bodied willy gun. It's nice in the water though. So we'll go back up and we'll see if we can winkle something out with a different lure.